Happy Friday, folks, and welcome back to the random video blog where every single Friday I, Graham G.S. Matthews, run down my rambling thoughts in the wrestling world, share a few stories, etc., etc., and ahead of the upcoming Hardy Boys DVD release, I think this coming week on May 1st. I might be wrong about that. Today I'll be talking about Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Roles, the 2009 documentary DVD. 3-disc set. It's on the network, the documentary portion is, but the 3-disc set is well worth getting for the matches included, but the documentary is also pretty good, so I will be talking about this today. If you do want to check out my written review of the DVD, it is up right now on nextairwrestling.net. Used to be up on my old Director's Cut column on the website. Just simply search up Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Roles in the search bar at the top of the page. You can check out my full written review of the DVD from a few years ago, but I just recently rewatched this because, as you can tell, I'm wearing my Hardy Boy shirt right now. I have been on such a Hardy high over the last number of weeks between Jeff Hardy's return and winning the U.S. title, and Matt Hardy now going for the Raw Tag Team titles as we speak during this random video blog of the greatest Royal Rumble event. So I'm super into the Hardy Boys right now. I was feeling watching this DVD. I usually watch it about once a year anyway, so I really enjoyed watching it back. It is only about 50 minutes long. It's not like 2 hours like the CM Punk documentary is. It's not as well done as some of the other recent docs in recent years. But it is good overall. So I know there's another Hardy Boys DVD out from like before this, or maybe like the mid-2000s, maybe 05 or 06, maybe a little before that, covering the Hardy Boys. I think it's called Twist of Fate, which I think is the same name as the one coming up on DVD. I think that one's called Twist of Fate as well. But anyway, the one that I was referring to, what was I even saying? Oh, that DVD, I think, is also up on the network, if I'm not mistaken. So this one picks up where I believe that one left off, and talking about Jeff Hardy's return to WWE after leaving in 2003. So they talk about his return to the company after 3 years. Obviously, they don't mention TNA. That's a no-brainer, which they don't really do that usually, but they have done it obviously more recently than they ever before. I think the TNA is actually fucking mentioned on the next Hardy Boys documentary DVD coming up in just a few days. So he is, TNA is name dropped on that one. But they don't mention it here. They just said that Jeff Hardy left in 2003 with the drug stuff going on, and he was in a bad place, and he had to get better. So he came back in 06 feeling better than ever, won the Intercontinental Championship almost right off the bat from Johnny Nitro in the final few months of 2006. Went on to have just this great year for himself in 2007, winning multiple IC titles, beating Triple H to become the #1 contender. And then early 08 hits, and he gets suspended again, this time for 60 days. And that really hit him hard. It kind of derailed him a little bit. And that was also around the time that his house burned down. I believe he was in a double-wide trailer at that point in time. Burned down. I don't remember what the cause of the fire was. I don't think they said it in the documentary. I might be wrong about that. That was the whole thing where they blamed Matt Hardy being responsible for it in storyline, which was so fucking stupid and tasteless. But nonetheless, they talked about that, and it's really hard to watch too, because he did lose a lot of stuff in the fire. Obviously, it was his home, but he also lost his dog Jack, and you see a picture of the dog. It's really, really sad stuff. So we see that he comes back in 2008. We see him move over to SmackDown in the WWE Draft, where he really started to shine. They talk about how he got his title opportunities against Randy Orton and Triple H, and he always fell short. But people continue to rally behind Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the fucking man in 2008. The reactions that he was getting at that point in time were just unreal. But yeah, he was at the peak of his popularity at that point, finally winning the WWE Championship at the tail end of 2008, which was a great moment. He said it was just about time, people were waiting to see me do well. And also, speaking of that, before I was discussing the suspension, the second one he had that he got suspended for 60 days for, we got quotes from Michael Hayes, who said, oh, Jeff Hardy was supposed to do really, really well in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 24, which was basically him trying to say he was going to win it. And they aren't going to say that flat out, because I think at this point they're really trying to play up kayfabe, because they also talked about the Hardy versus Hardy feud going into WrestleMania 25, and we see Matt Hardy, or we see, people in the storyline, Jeff Hardy's like, oh, what a bad brother he was. Like, do they think that we think that this is real or something? Like, they're really playing up kayfabe pretty heavily in this documentary. Like when CM Punk, they discussed their feud, which was great in the summer of 2009. CM Punk's like, oh, it was about time. Why did people boo me? And then we see Jeff Hardy again, and he goes, oh, it was really shocking, and, he threw his lifestyle in my face about being straight edge and all this other stuff. I'm like, why are they playing up kayfabe? So that was a little weird. And in between all the shots and stuff of Jeff, we also see cut-ins of his final match in the company up to that point, with CM Punk in August of 2009 when he lost that steel cage match of the world title, where he would have to leave the company if he lost. So I thought it was good. Again, it flies by just like that. It's a 50-minute long documentary. I think it's a nice, easy watch. I am looking forward to the one coming up on Tuesday. I did pre-order it on Amazon. It said it's coming like in the next week or so. Not when it comes out. I mean, it might come out on Tuesday. I might get it on Tuesday. I doubt it, but I don't think so. It did say it would be here around the 7th or 8th. So I'm looking forward to watching that, and I will do a review of that once I watch it and in full in the matches and stuff. And there's a lot of Impact footage on that thing, which is great. Very, very cool. Would never expect to see that, so that's awesome. But anyway, real quickly, I want to discuss the matches here that are on this thing. And also, you can obviously watch all the matches on the network, but if you buy the 3-disc set, you get all the matches right here for free with the DVD. So real quickly, the matches included on this DVD, they are Jeff Hardy versus the 1-2-3 Kid on Superstars from June 94, so one of his first few matches in the company as a jobber. The Triangle Ladder match for the World Tag Team titles at WrestleMania 2000. Amazing match with the Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian. Steel Cage match, the World Tag Team titles from September of 2000 against the team of Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian. Hardcore title match from SmackDown in 2001, Jeff Hardy versus Mike Awesome. A ladder match, the Hardcore Championship once again, Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam from 2001. Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy, the first feud they had at Vengeance 2001. So a lot of 01 matches here. That was a good year for him. 2003, right before he left, Jeff Hardy and Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho and Christian. Very good match. And then when he came back, the other matches included, there's some other ones on here, but when he came back in 2006, Jeff Hardy versus Edge, his first match back in August of 2006. The Intercontinental title match, him versus Johnny Nitro in October of 2006. World Tag Team title match with the Hardys versus Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch from Backlash 2007. That was a successful title defense. I'm not really sure why that's on here, but whatever. A number one contenders fatal four-way elimination match. Number one contenders for the IC title between Jeff Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Santino Marella, and William Regal from July of 2007. From September of 2007, an IC title match between Jeff Hardy and Shelton Benjamin, which is weird considering they just had a match on SmackDown like a week ago, which is crazy. But they had an IC title match on SmackDown in September of 2007. A ladder match, the Intercontinental Championship from December of 2007. I think that was from the 15th anniversary show, which was great, him and Carlito. Jeff Hardy versus Triple H in a number one contenders match, the WWE title from Armageddon 07. Great match. Intercontinental title match between Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. That was when Jeff Hardy jumped off the Tron on the January 14th edition of Raw in 2008. Jeff Hardy versus Orton at the Rumble for the WWE title. Great match. Jeff Hardy versus Shawn Michaels in February of 2008. Falls Count Anywhere match, him and Umaga at Extreme Rules, which was a great match. A number one contenders match from the very next night on Raw. John Cena versus Jeff Hardy for the first, I believe, only time on WWE TV. So they got to rekindle that feud at one point now that Jeff is back. Jeff Hardy versus John Morrison from July of 2009. Jeff Hardy versus Triple H again, this time for the WWE Championship at No Mercy 08. Great match. From SmackDown in 08, November of 08, we had Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker in an Extreme Rules match. A triple threat WWE title match, Jeff Hardy, Triple H, and Edge, which Jeff Hardy would win at Armageddon in 08. An Extreme Rules match on Raw. I'm not really sure why this is on here. It's kind of throwaway, but whatever. Jeff Hardy versus Dolph Ziggler on Raw in March of 09, right before WrestleMania. A stretcher match on SmackDown, the first SmackDown after Mania, Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy in April of 09. For the World Heavyweight title, Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk from Night of Champions 2009 when Jeff Hardy won the belt back. And Jeff's final match from SmackDown in August of 2009, a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. So once again, a lot of great matches. Really enjoyed this DVD, Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Rules, the 3-disc set. You can check out the documentary portion on the WWE Network. And look forward to the Hardy Boys Twist of Fate documentary coming out this coming Tuesday, I believe. Pre-order now on Amazon. You save a significant amount of money, and it should be here soon. So again, once I watch that and review it, that will be up on the channel right here on the Random Video Blog. So that being said, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like it, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. All that stuff is amazingly appreciated. I am Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.